You have likely noticed the subtle shift in the air, a quiet tension that feels as though the world is holding its breath. It is a feeling that things are no longer as they once were, that the foundations we thought were solid are beginning to tremble. Under the weight of a collective restlessness, you see it in the eyes of the people you pass on the street, a flickering shadow of uncertainty, a silent question about what comes next. Most people are moving through their days in a state of reactive exhaustion, swept away by every new wave of chaos, every headline, and every internal storm of anxiety. They are falling not because they are weak, but because they have anchored their souls to things that were never meant to hold. You are witnessing a great sifting, a moment in time where the gap between those who are grounded and those who are drifting is becoming an unbridgeable chasm. The ancient warnings were never meant to frighten you, they were meant to prepare you. When the prophecy speaks of many falling, it is not describing a physical collapse, but a spiritual and psychological one. It is the moment when the noise of the world becomes louder than the voice of truth within. You feel the pull of it every day. You feel the tempt to give in to the bitterness, to let the cynicism of the age harden your heart, and to join the masses in their frantic search for a security that doesn't exist. But there is a reason you are listening to these words right now. There is a part of you that recognizes the pattern, a part of you that knows you were built for a different kind of endurance. Consider the nature of a storm. When the winds rise, the trees that break are not necessarily the smallest, but the most rigid. They are ones that have lost their connection to the deep, quiet earth and have put all their energy into the outward appearance of strength. Many are falling today because they have spent years building a life that looks good from the outside while leaving the interior completely hollow. They have mastered the art of the mask but have forgotten the discipline of the spirit. You do not have to follow them into that void. You have a choice that remains available to you, even when everything else seems be spinning out of control. You can choose to be the one who stands. To stand in a time of falling requires a radical kind of honesty. You must look at your own life and ask what you are truly leaning on. If your peace depends on the economy, the opinions of others, or the stability of the culture around you, then you are already standing on shifting sand. True inner strength is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of an unwavering center. It is the ability to look at the chaos and this is not my master. This is the essence of the message that has been echoed through the ages, that in the midst of the fire, there is a way to remain unburned. Think about the mental loops you find yourself trapped in. The worries about tomorrow, the regrets of yesterday, the constant comparison that leaves you feeling drained. These are the tools of the falling. They are designed to keep you in a state of perpetual distraction so that you never realize the power that lies in your own stillness. Every time you choose to breathe instead of react, every time you choose silence instead of a sharp word, and every time you choose to trust the path instead of fearing the destination, you are fortifying your spirit. You are becoming the exception to the prophecy. The world will tell you that you are a victim of your circumstances, that you are a product of your environment, and that you have no control over your fate. This is the lie that leads to the fall. The truth is that your power resides in the space between what happens to you and how you respond. In that space lies your freedom. Those who fall are those who have surrendered that space to the world. They have become mirrors of the chaos, reflecting the darkness they see around them. But you are called to be a light, not a reflection. You are called to be the calm in the center of the hurricane. Why is it that some people seem to thrive in difficulty while others are crushed by it? It is not a matter of luck or natural talent. It is a matter of where they have placed their focus. The one who falls is looking at the waves. The one who stands is looking at the horizon. You must cultivate a vision that sees beyond the immediate. You must realize that the challenges you are facing are not obstacles to your growth, but the very materials of it. The pressure you feel is not there to break you, but to forge something in you that cannot be broken. Performance of your character is not measured in the easy moments, but in the hours of trial. Do not be deceived by the number of people who seem to be losing their way. The crowd is never a barometer for truth. In fact, the more people who move in one direction, the more you should question if that path lead to life. The prophecy is a reminder that the path to integrity and strength is narrow. It requires a shedding of the ego, a letting go of the need to be right, and a total commitment to the truth of your own soul. It is a lonely path at times, but it is the only one that leads to a peace that surpasses understanding. You may feel as though you are at your limit. You may feel as though the weight of the world is too much to bear. But this is exactly where the transformation happens. When you are each the end of your own strength, you discover a strength that is not your own. You discover that there is a source of power that is accessible to you the moment you stop trying to control everything and start learning to surrender to the divine order. This is not a passive surrender. It is the ultimate act of discipline. It is the decision to align your will with something higher, something eternal. Many will fall because they are trying to carry the weight of the future on their shoulders. Are trying to solve problems that haven't happened yet and fix things that are not theirs to fix. You must learn the art of the present moment. You must learn that your only responsibility is the step you are taking right now. If that step is tack, in with intention, with grace, and with courage, then you are safe. No matter how many fall around you, your feet will remain on solid ground because you are no longer walking in the illusions of the world. The message for today is simple but profound. Do not be afraid. Fear is the atmosphere in which the fall occurs. It shrinks your perspective, hardens your heart, and blinds you to the opportunities for love and service. When you live in fear, you are already falling. But when you live in not a blind faith, but a deep experiential trust in the goodness of the Creator, you become immovable. You become a person of depth in a shallow world. As the intensity of the times increases, so must your commitment to your inner work. You cannot afford to be casual about your mindset or your spiritual health. You must guard your heart with all diligence. This means being careful about what you consume, who you listen to, and what thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. You are building a sanctuary within yourself, a place where the world cannot enter. This is your true home. This is the place where you meet the divine. The falling is a choice, and the standing is a choice. Every morning you wake up, you are presented with the opportunity to decide which it will be. Will you be moved by the rumors of war and the cries of the fearful? Or will you be moved by the quiet promptings of the Spirit? The world needs people who cannot be shaken. It needs people who have faced their own darkness and come out with a light that is not easily extinguished. You were meant to be one of those people. The ancient words were not just a prediction of gloom. They were an invitation to greatness. They were a call to rise above the mediocre of the masses and to claim your heritage as a child of the divine. The falling of many is a tragedy, but it is also a testament to the importance of the path you have chosen. Let their fall be a reminder to you to tighten your grip on the truth. Let their confusion be a catalyst for your clarity. You are being prepared for something. The struggles you are enduring are not random. They are the training ground for the soul. One day you will look back on this time and realize that the very things you thought were destroying you were actually the things that saved you. They forced you to look inward. They forced you to find the strength you didn't know you had. They forced you to let go of the world so that you could finally take hold of the eternal. The time for hesitation is over. The lines have been drawn and the world is deciding its fate. You do not have to be a victim of the times. You do not have to be swept away by the current. You can be the rock that the water breaks NST. You can be the one who remains when everything else is gone. This is your purpose. This is your calling. As you move forward from this moment, carry with you the awareness that you are not alone. There is a presence that goes before you, a hand that holds you, and a voice that whispers the way in the darkness. You only need to listen. You only need to trust. You only need to stand. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the weight of your own existence. Feel the heartbeat that you did not start and cannot stop. Realize that you are a part of something vast, something ancient, and something invincible. The world may fall, the stars may fade, but that which is true in you will never die. Master your mind, govern your heart, and commit ourself to the path of the unshakable. The time for drifting is over. The time for the deep work has begun. Decide now that you will be the one who does not fall. Decide now to be the strength that others lean on. Stand firm in the truth, for the true is the only thing that will remain. Would you like me to expand on these Stoic principles of inner stability, or perhaps write a focused guide on the specific daily disciplines needed to maintain this level of spiritual and psychological armor?